The Pixel People Pod. Zap, 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 it's on. Rewind the future fraud. The Pixel People Pod.
Hello, listeners. Special shout out to the sexy people.
Hey, I'm here. Yeah, okay.
Same.
Yeah, hey, we're all three in the studio this week.
That's right.
Yeah. So this week's episode is on sex symbols of the 80s. And, you know, it's going to be great because a lot of Dom DeLuise talk. So can't wait for that.
Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy. We got at least
Yeah.
We've got like, oh God, 3-4 pages of Ron Jeremy talking.
I know. He's amazing.
Chris did it. I don't even know who that guy is, but we'll find out.
Yeah, I'll bring you up to speed on
Chris
him.
will enlighten us.
I'll give you the history.
Yeah.
The
So,
backstory.
Anyway, before that, we have Jan's Gnarly News.
Here we go. Jan's Gnarly News. Jan's Gnarly News.
Seductively hit us with that news, Jan.
There is nothing seductive about me. June 8th, 1980 something, Jan's Gnarly News. June 8th, 1980, Darrell Waltrip won the Warner W. Hodgkin 400 at
DW.
Riverside.
That track's no longer in existence.
What was the track again?
Riverside. It was a road course. It was the only road
Really?
course they went to back then. Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't know if I ever
If
knew
you
that.
ever look at footage when they talk about Tim Richmond and they show him run a road course with his arm out the window and like run off the dirt and went back on there, he was like the best back then on road
Really?
courses. That was an anomaly then for them to race a random road course, and none of them were good at it. So it was like, you know, they were all equal. And I remember when the road course stuff finally started picking up, Sears Point went to Watkins Glen, but still you had like 5 guys that were great. Jeff Gordon really stepped it up, but Jeff Gordon, Ricky Rudd, Mark Martin, Rusty Wallace were like the best. And then they started bringing in ringers, and they bring in these guys from other road course, you know, series.
They do that now.
Yeah, and now they're like every driver in NASCAR, because they run like 5 or 6 road courses. Like if you're not going to road course, you're going to lose a ton of points. So, you know, you have to be good at it. All these guys go to. That's why Boris said, big old, you know, perm guy with goofy teeth. He was like run NASCAR for years because he was the one that trained all those guys on how to drive a road course. It's a whole different style of driving, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I can't believe Darrell Waltrip ever won one of those, but back then none of them, they were all starting at the same level. So I guess that's how he pulled it off.
I can't believe somebody rode around a track with their arm out the window.
It's Tim Richmond. He did a lot of stuff that wasn't recommended back then. So
All right, born June 8th, 1981, Ashley Biden.
is that Biden's daughter?
Biden's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Joe and Jill's daughter. June 8th, 1981, Yoko Ono released her Season of Glass album.
I got a clip from it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
She, oh my God, like her, like
That was wonderful.
it was wonderful. Good job. There's no words for what
know.
what she did. I mean, she was like single-handedly just. Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't. I don't get her.
She wasn't even attractive.
I don't get her. I never have. I've never understood her. Most people don't. I don't get it. And the people that act like they do get her, you're just saying that to try to be hip. You don't get her.
Like the
She
YouTube
is-
fans.
Yeah.
Lennon saw something in her.
I wish this wasn't a PG show because I could say, you know,
Oh, I could say a lot too.
something about a golf ball and a garden hose or something. But it has to be the only way because
Yeah,
I know I don't get it.
I don't know how this album reached number 49. on
It got
Billboard
that
chart.
high? That's
49.
amazing.
Yeah, that's well.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of it was, I'm sure,
Because of John
Because of John
Yeah.
Lennon.
Listen,
yeah.
I will always have hatred in my heart for her. I mean, not real hate. I don't want her nothing bad happen. But
Is she still alive?
yeah, she's like
Yep.
late 80s. If you watch the Rolling Stones Rock and Roll Circus, as I've talked on this podcast before, there is a supergroup they put together for that show. It's Keith Richards on bass guitar, Mitch Mitchell, Jimi Hendrix drummer on drums, John Lennon on vocals and rhythm guitar, and Eric Clapton on lead guitar. And they do a version of the Beatles song, Your Blues. And it is the most awesome one song take. I mean, that is the greatest supergroup ever lived. Then they did a second song, and literally it's just her screaming and acting a fool. And it's like, you had the greatest supergroup together for one night, and you had to put her in it. Even when you watch them doing Your Blues, she's up there, and when they start, she sits down in front of the speaker right there where they're all at and puts a black like shawl over her head. It makes herself the center of attention. And it's like, oh my God. It peeves me off so bad every time I see that. I just,
We'd be so better off if we never heard the name Yoko Ono.
yeah. The Beatles would have too.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, that's true. June 8th, 1982, Survivor released their third album, Eye of the Tiger.
What a great song.
yeah, it's a great song.
Great song. I still see the movie every time I hear the song.
Yeah.
I go right back to Rocky
Yeah.
3. It's
Rocky
just
3.
Unreal.
Yeah. It's Survivor's an interesting band too because they had that song on the Rocky, Rocky 3, and then he left. I think it was Jimmy Jameson was the singer's name then. He left, and they got another guy to take over, and I can't remember his name, but they had a big hit with Burning Heart on the Rocky 4. Different singer, but he sounds close enough where you really didn't pick up on it. They had several hits with him, and they toured for years, and then Jimmy Jameson did all kinds of like studio stuff and created and did all the Real Men of Genius commercials for Bud Light. That's him,
When I was in school at App, in my advertising class, we had a teacher who would play like one of those Real Men of Genius
Yeah.
things. And I just made the offhanded comment, I'd love to have like all of those on a CD.
Yeah.
Like a week later, she brought me in the CD that had every one of the Real Men of Geniuses on it. So I've got that at my house
She
somewhere.
probably
but-
downloaded it from the same place.
Yeah.
I downloaded them all
Yeah, they
from
were
a
so good.
file sharing site and had
Yeah,
them for years.
So good. She brought them. She said, "Here you go. You wanted these?" I'm like, "Awesome."
But
yeah.
in the early 2000s, they got Jameson came back and they toured with both singers for a long time. And then the second guy died like 2015 or something. And they did like one more tour with a new guy and Jameson. Then they just said, we're over. And they're over.
That album went on to be certified 2 times platinum.
Yeah, that
Huge
don't seem
album.
like
That's
enough
weak.
for
That's
that.
weak.
That has to be, they probably got hosed because of the soundtrack, because that song being on soundtrack. A lot of people bought that soundtrack
Yeah.
instead of their album.
Well, you look at we talked about Michael Jackson and the other one, and
Yeah,
we
a
talked
long
about
while
these other
ago,
ones, and it's like 2 million.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
nothing. It's just like so weak. But back then, everything was harder to sell albums. Back then, it's just it's amazing. 2 million's a lot of
That
albums.
was like a month ago, that Michael Jackson thing, but I'll bring it up again.
Yeah.
We got a lot of listens on that one. That was
And,
good.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
Michael Jackson. The movie had come
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Everything. It was awesome.
Yeah, I'm surprised how well that movie did.
The movie was great.
June 8th, 1983, Trading Places premiered in theaters.
Oh, we did a podcast on
man.
that.
I know.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the first movie review we did. That's such a good movie.
Now,
You know, it starred Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy.
and somebody who
and-
might be on one of the lists tonight, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I've been listening to the Live from Saturday Night audiobook about telling the history of Saturday Night Live. And they talk about that, how Eddie Murphy was, he had just filmed 40, which we talked about in the podcast. He'd just been filming 48 Hours. And I forget who they were looking at to play the lead role. I'm sure we talked about it on the podcast. But one of the guys Saturday Night Live said, hey, try that Eddie Murphy guy out. Says he'd be good. And he's like, I don't know. And then they watched some of his skits from Saturday Night Live. Said, yeah, okay. So,
They were sold.
yep, thank God. Oh, it's Richard Pryor they're going to take the place. That's right. Remember that's supposed
Yeah,
to be
I
Gene
remember
Wilder
that.
and Richard Pryor? Yeah.
Would have been a total different movie.
Yep.
It'd have been good,
But
though.
not
Yeah.
bad, though. Those
Well,
guys
those
are
two
so
are
good
great,
together.
yeah.
Yeah.
June 8th, 1984, the movie Top Secret premiered. With
Oh,
Val
that's a
Kilmer.
good movie. That's a good movie.
My one movie drive-in experience was as a kid. My mom and dad took us to, I think it was in Shelby or Kings Mountain, a drive-in movie.
Right.
And it was a double feature of that movie and The Search for Spock, Star Trek.
That's your only time you've ever been to a drive-in?
Yep.
Ever.
Ever. Was
You
those,
know,
those two
Belmont
movies.
has a drive-in. They do a lot. It's good.
I know, but technology has come so far. It's like, do I really want to sit in the car and listen on a speaker?
Take your
Yeah, I
grandkids
guess.
experience.
I guess.
They don't do the speaker on the car anymore. You have like,
Yeah, the FM radio
You do
thing.
the FM radio. So bring like a portable radio or something.
Yeah,
or
well, yeah.
because most cars now, if you turn it on, the headlights pop on, all that
Yeah.
good stuff. So,
Yeah.
but no, I mean, we used
Hey,
to do
if I ever could
drive-ins all
charge
the
up that
time.
monster speaker sitting next to you and put it in there and just blast everybody out
Yeah.
with it.
We used to go to because I lived right behind the drive-in in Hickory. We used to go all the time, and then never mind.
Oh, the one on Springs Road?
There is yeah.
It
There
was
two on
another
Springs-
drive.
There was 2 on Springs Road: the Thunderbird, and then the adults only
Yeah.
drive-in.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
I'd go to one of those. Just to experience the old time thing.
Yeah.
So.
It's a mulch
Yeah,
yard. now.
it's just for the
I
experience.
wouldn't take the grandkids on that.
It's a
that trip,
mulch
though.
yard now, so you're
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one that right up above my father-in-law's house.
Yep.
Is right there, yeah.
Yep.
Drive past it every day. Well,
All right, released June 8th, 1985, George Jones' Who's Gonna Fill Their Shoes? Y'all remember that?
What
one,
year
right?
was that?
1985.
Yeah,
I don't know if I remember that song, but
Oh, I
I remember
do.
George Jones.
Yeah, who's gonna feel their shoes?
That
like
was his 45th studio album.
They used to pump them out, man.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
oh yeah.
45.
They made them. You know, they were like, you got to get a new record out. You got a new record out.
Here's what's more unbelievable. That was his 45th studio album, but it peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot Country Singles Chart.
He was the possum, man. He was a legend.
It was such a different thing to be a band and making albums back then, where it was just like, you got one record out, go ahead and start doing the other one. Led Zeppelin's first 2 albums came out like within a year of each other because they were like, got to get another one out.
The first 5 Aerosmith albums all came out within a year and a half of each other. It's like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And they would record and tour. I mean, it was
Now,
insane.
it's like, I kind of like the way now of like letting it sit, taking 5 years, some of these bands, and working on something.
But that gets irritating if it's a band you love and you're waiting
Yeah, it
5,
depends on how
6,
long
Well,
you
the
have to wait.
years.
Yeah.
you got to let the anticipation build up a
Yeah, the
little bit.
Stones went almost like 20 years but their last one was good.
All right. June 8th, 1986, Judas Priest released their second live album, Priest Live. Did you have that one?
No. I didn't get into Judas Priest till the late 90s.
It peaked at number 38.
All the bands that I used to see back in the day through school, the metal guys, Mark Craig, people at Christmas know, walking around with the denim jacket with the patches on, I'd be like, Doc.
I wanted to do that. I wanted to go buy me a denim jacket and just start ordering patches offline of all the concerts that I've been to.
We should put something like that down here. That's a good idea. But it's just like, I remember seeing like Judas Priest. I'm not listening to that. And then over the years, it was like, I should have got into those guys in the 80s, man. It's good stuff. Them and I'm just now getting in Iron Maiden the last couple of years.
Do we still have that thing over there that you had all your concert stubs?
Yeah.
Framed
it's back
in?
there somewhere, yeah. Broken frame, but yeah. I made a collage of all my concert tickets and put them in a picture. And then
I used to have all of my 80s concert ticket stubs, and they're
man.
gone.
God,
I have
those would
no
be
idea
perfect
where
now.
they're at.
No stubs anymore.
No
Everything's
stubs.
digital.
That's a lost.
Well, they do, like, it depends on some shows
Print at
will
home or
send
something.
you like a digital ticket, like a commemorative ticket. So
Yeah.
I've got some of those.
Oh, that's
saved.
cool. I
Some
didn't
of
know
the
they
stuff-
did that.
Yeah, some of them will do that. So that's
Yeah.
kind of fun.
Neat. Released June 8th, 1987, Eric Clapton's single Tearing Us Apart from his album August.
I'll let Chris handle that one. He's
I
a
don't
big
know that
Clapton
song.
guy.
That's
I
the
love
one he
Clapton,
did a
but I don't
duet
know that
with
song.
Tina Turner.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
you still don't remember it?
No.
Okay.
No.
my thoughts on Clapton. He died when Cream broke up, but although "Let It Rain" is my favorite Clapton song, and that's a solo song.
Yeah,
so.
that's a good one. Published June 8th, 1987, a little book called Misery.
Oh yeah,
I know the movie.
Yeah, the movie was great.
I've never seen the movie.
Yeah, I've never read the book.
I've seen the
the
scene-
movie, never read the book.
I've seen the scene with the hammer and the wood thing,
Yeah.
but that's all. I mean, I know the gist of it because I know a lot of stuff on some movies I've never seen because Family Guy have spoofed them,
Right.
and I feel like I know everything about them. Then
I
Is that-
really think you should watch this
Is that
movie.
Kathy Bates?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, what I
Yes.
thought. Yeah. She won
Yes.
an Academy Award for that, didn't she?
She did.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that made her.
Yeah.
Of course, we know it's written by Stephen King.
Yeah, and it had Sonny Corleone in it.
That was
It did.
James Caan.
Yeah,
And
that's
Sonny
right, Sonny
Bates.
Corleone. As that time when on the podcast where Jan goes, he was the father in Elf, and I'm like, he was Sonny Corleone from Godfather.
No, he was the number one fan.
Yes.
No, she was the number one
Yeah,
fan.
she was the number one
She
fan.
was the number one fan. All right, June 8th, 1989, Bat Dance went number one.
Hey, we talked about that
By
on
Prince.
our movie soundtrack episode. That was a good song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Prince's fourth number one single in America.
That's it?
Well, I mean, that one in the line of number ones, that one was fourth in line.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I'm shocked that he wasn't even singing in the Bat Dance song, was it? It's just the clips from the movie, and
I don't know. I've
Yeah,
listened to the song recently. I
he
don't
recorded. He did
remember.
all the music and everything for it, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's just a Bat Dance,
Yeah.
and it's like. But that's shocking, though. He only had only 3 number ones before that. That's wild.
Kiss was the one before it.
Yeah,
The
that's a
one
good
right before
song.
it, in '86.
That guy was a hit making machine for
Yeah.
like 10 years, and then it just the buying public, they changed their what they liked.
All
It's
right.
wild how guys like that can fall off.
Yeah, really is.
There you have Jan's Gnarly News.
Thank you, Jan. So this week's episode is on sex symbols of the 80s. And it's not necessarily our favorites. We looked up and researched about who were considered sex symbols of the 80s. And we're going to throw in some of our favorites too. So I researched several places and compiled what online sources say, and this isn't just, I did ask AI. I'll admit, I asked AI, who are the top 10 sex symbols? And I'm going to throw you one out here in a little bit that should not have been on that list, which shows that AI is severely flawed. But I did that. But I also researched and looked up online, and the 10 that kept coming up every time, I'm going to run them off real fast. So, and then we'll get into the other ones. The one that's on, I'm not going to do top 10. I'm just going to say who they were.
Are we going to tell you if that was on our list?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll stop there and talk about it. So one that popped up on every, like near the top or the top was Rob Lowe.
He was on my
I
list.
remember that. I mean,
Yeah.
he wasn't for me.
The
but
Brat Pack back then was huge, and
Yeah.
he was the face of, as far as the good looks and that thing, he
And
was the face.
He's still
Yeah, he's still holding it
considered that
together.
way. He held up pretty good.
He was in St. Elmo's Fire, Wayne's World, Tommy Boy, West Wing, Parks and Rec.
His character in Parks and Rec is so funny because I think that's how he is in real life. He was,
a vegan.
well, just like so taking care of himself and healthy and take care of his
Yeah.
looks and stuff. I think they probably wrote a little bit of that playing off his real life.
Well, if you've been around since the 80s and he's
Yeah.
still considered a sex symbol,
Yeah.
you have to take care of yourself.
Yep. So the another one I found, Michelle Pfeiffer. And see, she's at her peak. I mean, Catwoman, but that
Yeah.
was I mean, she's, you know, in Scarface, she's gorgeous in that, and yeah, she was one in the '80s that really stood out as far as a teenager in the '80s. Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer would have been. You know,
Yeah, she wasn't on my list, but
Not
Yeah.
on my list either,
Yeah.
but I
it's
understand
probably because
it,
I didn't think
for
about her.
sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now this one popped up on everyone, and he's definitely not on my list because I'm not really putting guys on my list. But Prince, he was on every list as far as sex symbols, and I get it because he was though. Women loved
It's
him.
the music, his dancing,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
He had an
played into
aura
that.
about him.
Yeah.
You know, it was Chappelle's show kind of spoofed the aura on Prince. You know, when he does smoke around him, all that stuff. He, you know, that was really how he was in the '80s, and he got women galore.
Yeah.
And so I get it. You know, as far as what I think of as a guy sex symbol of the era, I guess I wouldn't have thought of him. But it's, you know, I see why.
No.
Heather Locklear was on the list.
Absolutely.
She was on one of my favorites. Jan was. Did you see anything on Heather Locklear?
No.
She was. I mean, come on.
She's still
T.J.
I mean,
Hooker, and that
yeah.
was the '70s, I think.
And then
early
she
80s.
did. She was on a couple episodes of Scrubs, and
Yeah.
it was 20 years after that, and
Yeah.
still unreal.
And she was, plus, it didn't hurt that she was married to Tommy Lee, and then
Yep.
with the whole rock and roll stuff.
Reggie Sambora.
Yeah, and she's married to Rich Sambora,
Yeah.
too, yeah. You know, that helped, but she was, you know, the gorgeous blonde that, you know, every guy loved back then.
Yeah.
And she
was,
liked rock and roll.
Yeah, she was probably one of the it girls of the 80s as far, yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely one of them for sure.
Yeah. The other name that popped up on the list, Patrick Swayze. And I could see that, you know. Yeah,
R.I.P. Patrick.
yeah.
Nobody puts a baby in a corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Swayze, the funny thing about that is fast forward 20 years later, he's mentioned in the Trailer Park Boys a lot because they talk about Julian, the guy in there that's like the muscular guy in the Trailer Park Boys. They always talk about how he used to love Patrick Swayze, and some people call him Swayze, and he get mad, like, shut up about that. But he's like, he used to have a thing about Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
And then when he opens up a nightclub in the Sunnyvale Trailer Park, and he calls it the Dirty Dancer, and they're like, really? He goes, I just thought of that name. So
Patrick Swayze was actually number one on my list.
really, well, tell us
Yeah.
your thoughts on him. So
It's just 'cause, I mean, he was a tough guy, but he was also a soft guy, and he knew all these dance moves.
yeah, he was.
I'm pretty sure his mom was a dancer. Yeah,
She trained him
yeah.
and all that stuff.
were
yeah.
you a fan of his? Wasn't he in Red Dawn?
Yes, he
Yes,
was.
he
And
was.
Yeah.
Jan showed me that movie, and yeah.
Yeah, that's that. I don't
Dirty
know his,
Dancing, Ghost, Point Break.
was Ghost an '80s movie?
Yep.
Ghost is 1990.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it was
I
right there at the tail
Yeah.
end.
We go to and through 1990 here.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's
But it was just, I mean, he could handle anything that was thrown at him, and that's what made him so
Yeah.
sexy.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's just funny. There's what Chris was laughing at is, since we're all in the studio here, we have 80s music videos playing muted on the big screen down here, and one of the people that I'll be bringing up later, her video is playing right now.
and there's no way.
There's no way. Yeah, that's somebody up there loves us to put that video up
Yeah.
here because it's giving another thing.
It's like telling you that Boy George was on the '80s
Yeah,
list.
yeah.
She's just not going to be in it. But in this video, I mean, you got Lou Albano in
Yeah.
this. In
Don't,
this
you just
video.
gave it away. I gotta cut that out.
Well, nobody's going to know what we talk about. Nobody knows who Lou Albano
Yeah, they
is.
do. Everybody knows she was tied in with him. So,
Okay,
but
well, I'm sorry.
Nah, I'll
sorry.
leave it in. I'll leave it in. So yeah, Swayze. Plus, he had a great sense of humor about him. He was one of the best hosts on Saturday Night
On
Live.
Saturday
that
Night
whole thing with him
Live.
and Chris Farley on Saturday Night Live
Them
is one of the
dancing.
best. One
Don't
of the
even-
best.
It's
skits.
awesome.
He does a great. There's a segment he did on Saturday Night Live called the White Trash Bed and Breakfast, where he is hilarious in it.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, he's trying to open up a bed and breakfast in a trailer park, and it's like, you know, and it's hilarious, man. That whole he was the total package. I mean,
Yeah.
legit. And you know, we lost him way too young.
And he had a great song too. He sang
Yes.
"She's
Yeah.
Like the Wind."
She's Like the
yeah,
Wind.
that's a great
he's
song.
a great singer. The total package,
Yeah,
you know.
he could do it all.
Yeah.
I think he could have actually taught me how to dance.
Yeah,
And
probably.
that's saying a lot.
Yeah, and plus another thing on that is, okay, we're talking about sex
Is that all he
symbols.
would have taught you?
Yeah.
Guys are hesitant, and even if you're comfortable in your sexuality, guys are hesitant to talk about another guy or somebody like that being the, you know, oh, he was good at the good looking also. A lot of guys would cop an attitude about that, but other guys going, whatever, you know. Everybody's going to say, Patrick Swayze. No, you won't find any tough guy, anybody that's going to say a bad word about Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody loves him. So,
Because they'll get beat up if they do.
yeah, well, yeah. So there's a time to talk and a time not to talk.
That's right.
So the other one, Brooke Shields. Yeah.
Yep.
She's another one that, you know, had a long career and grew up as a child actor and did all
And
this
is
stuff.
still
and,
acting.
yeah, she was in the middle. It's hilarious as the crazy neighbor lady.
She was great on Impractical Jokers, the episode they did with her.
Oh, I
All
haven't
right.
it,
seen
was,
know that.
it was funny.
Yeah. But yeah, she's gorgeous. She was the face of Jordache jeans for the 80s. I mean, come on.
Those are jeans that were created and popular in the 80s.
Yes.
Nobody does Jordache jeans
Yeah, yeah.
anymore.
So yeah, I mean, Brooke Shields is obviously going to make everyone's list in the 80s. The next one, yes, it is, and it's surprising that he held on for a long time. Tom Cruise.
I never saw
get-
the appeal.
I get why he's on the list, but I would have never looked at men sex symbols in the 80s. Thought like, yeah, you got to put Tom Cruise on it, but he's on every list, and
He was never on my list.
Risky Business,
yeah,
Top Gun, Color of Money, the
He,
one where
uh,
he's the bartender.
I mean,
Cocktail?
yeah,
Cocktail, yeah. I mean,
He
all
was
those.
he was for a long time. You know, it's just not, you know, who I would, you know, rugged thing you would think a guy would be like that. But he had his fans, so, and he made every list. So
Our
it's-
14-year-old granddaughter loves.
yeah, she
Tom
loves
Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Such
yeah.
a great actor.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite actors of all time. His movies are phenomenal. I've not ever seen a movie that he's put out that I didn't enjoy, honestly.
Yeah,
Just
I can't.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, he knows how to pick them. So yeah. Xenu behind him, he's gonna get things
that's what
done.
happens when you have an alien helping you.
Yeah. So the next one that popped up on a lot of lists is Kathleen Turner, and in the 80s she was
Yes.
she was definitely a.
Yeah.
I could see
that.
it. Yeah.
She was a smoke show for
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
A lot of that's probably her voice, too.
Yeah. Plus
Yeah.
She had a
Plus
totally different voice.
the movie Body Heat.
Yeah, the body.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Watch that later.
That's an actually. It has that scene that we're talking about, but that is actually a great movie.
yeah, it is.
It's
Yeah.
a phenomenal movie. It's
Yeah.
just really is a good
Now,
movie.
I've seen that one. You always thought movies I haven't seen. I've seen Body Heat
Yeah.
just on the name. So
I used to rent it
He
at the
picked
video
it out
store. I'd
because
go
of
to
the
the
name.
video store and it was in. I'd rent it probably 15 times.
yeah. Here's one that was on my list. Kim Basinger.
She's not on my list, but I understand. I mean,
Yeah.
She's on my list.
She was just flat out gorgeous, and she's another one that was a good actor, and
Yeah.
you know, she sort of fell off the.
Did you have her copy of Playboy?
I did not know she did
Hold on,
Playboy.
I'm looking that up right now.
She did Playboy. I didn't know
She
Kim
did.
Basinger did Playboy.
1983.
Huh. Did not know that. But
We will not be posting pictures of that on the website
How did I know that and you didn't?
I don't know because that was
because
anytime a
we don't
celebrity.
go researching that stuff like you do, Jan.
Okay.
Anytime a celebrity would do a Playboy or anything like
was a
that,
big
I was
deal.
all up for that. Yeah, even though I couldn't buy I'd find excuse to find a copy somewhere.
Yep.
And her in 9.5 weeks. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. I remember
Man.
watching it on.
Well, Mickey Rourke was a lucky dude.
Yeah, that Mickey Rourke could pull every girl alive back then
Wild Orchid too.
before he ruined
Yeah.
his face. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember watching that movie at the beach when we went. It was a couple years after it came out. And it was playing on one of the movie channels. The condo we stayed at had the unlimited stuff, and I stayed up and watched that. It was like, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
But she was also very good in Batman.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
since we were talking about 9.5
she
weeks,
really good in Batman.
Vicky Vale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was really good in Batman.
since we were mentioning Kim Basinger in 9.5 weeks, I also have Mickey Rourke on my male
I can
list.
see that from
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
80s.
in the '80s, Mickey Rourke. Yeah, And Mickey Rourke might have been the best looking guy alive in the '80s, and it's like,
And he was in Body Heat too.
yeah. So,
Also, not too. Also,
Good job.
so
Great
what?
theater
You know,
grammar.
what? How do you just? Are you so good looking that you're just like, I have to just ruin my face because it's?
I mean, there's other guys from. I mean, Steven Seagal. You know, he's such kidding. But
did you also know that Mickey Rourke was a professional boxer?
Oh yeah, that's what started
Mm-hmm.
all his plastic surgery crap. He got into boxing and just messed his face up, and then started getting all his plastic surgery and just ruined himself.
yeah,
You could not, if you took someone. I'm gonna do that Jan with Janlin this week. I'm gonna
You're
show
gonna
her. I'm gonna box her. I can beat her butt too. I'm gonna show her a picture of him in Iron Man 2. Then I'm gonna say this was him 30 years earlier, and watch her. Maybe I'll even videotape it and put it up on. Watch her freak out because she would not believe that's the same guy.
you can even show him that movie he did a couple years ago, The Wrestler. I think was the movie.
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
called.
he was good in that too.
Oh yeah,
That was a great
but he
movie.
was
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
beat down.
And he's like broke now. It's like,
Oh yeah,
how-
somebody started a GoFundMe to try to
Yeah.
help him raise money.
He did
said,
cancel it, yeah.
He said, "I'm not taking the money.
Yeah.
I'll basically starve to death before I take charity."
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know. How do you? If he'd have aged gracefully and not did that boxing stuff and not all that facial surgery, he could have still been a leading man for the next 30
Yeah.
years on those looks. Just on them looks, you know. It worked for Richard Gere for a long time. So,
yeah.
hey, he's on my list
okay.
too.
All right. The last one that popped up on every list, and it's wild because at first I was like, really? But then I thought back, and yeah, he was George Michael.
Oh, absolutely.
George Michael, what hit me on it thinking about it was I forgot that he was such a good looking guy that Saturday Night Live even spoofed him on it. And I might post that clip, sometime on
Right.
the page. Sorry.
Was that Dana Carvey doing it?
Yeah, Dana Carvey. Yeah, so he even spoofed. He said, "Look how sexy I am," and would like keep showing, "Look at my butt," and showing his butt to the camera. He was because he was such a sex symbol then. I forgot about that.
They were just showing the video on here a minute ago. You look at him, and it's like somebody chiseled him out of stone or something. It's like if you want to see what a perfect person looks like, here's this dude.
His hair. Oh,
his
my
beard
goodness,
for
his
Faith
hair
when he did
was
the whole shit 5 o'clock shadow for Faith and all.
Yeah.
And George Michael's my favorite solo artist of all time.
Yeah.
I love George Michael. He was a good looking dude, man.
Yeah.
He really was.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he could sing, and I mean, he was playing
Well, that's
instruments.
the
He
thing.
could
That's the
great.
thing. You can be this good-looking guy and be this sex symbol, but he was that guy with talent.
Yes.
You know, you can, like that for years. What's his name? Fabio, the guy they put on.
Oh yeah. I can't believe it's not
but
butter.
yeah, he's dumb as a stump though. It's
He
like
was good in Dude, Where's My Car?
he was in Fabio in that.
Dude, where
was
they
in Fabio.
pull, where they pull up to the stoplight and they're the convertibles beside each other, and it's
Yeah.
Fabio, and then it's Ashton Kutcher and Sean William
Yeah.
Scott, and they're sitting there, and like they put their arms around, and then they make out, and it's like a high five. They showed him that
Yeah.
kind of. You should watch that.
Okay,
That's funny.
yeah, I've seen that movie half a dozen times. I
But
just
yeah,
don't
he's the
remember
guy
that
in the
scene,
car
but-
he pulls
yeah.
up beside.
okay.
Yeah, that's Fabio.
But yeah, you can be this face guy but
Yeah.
you won't have nothing to back it up once the looks go. But somebody like George Michael had talent,
And his music
you know.
still today.
That's
holds
when
up.
you look
It's
at just
unreal.
like how and drugs and everything got to him, but it's like how you got this gift from God with these looks and all this talent. It's like
Yeah.
it sucks that but you don't know the pressure that goes on people like that too. Stuff we
That's why a
watched
lot of
that.
them turned to the drugs.
Yeah, Jan and I watched that documentary on Milli Vanilli, and it's like those guys, just got ruined by the machine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I had those guys on my list. I'm just kidding. But no.
I forgot him. Oh,
So
sorry.
that was like that's the one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell the one that. So there's one that popped up on 2 lists of the top 10 that I do not get at all,
Me either.
and it was just like her quirkiness and all this stuff. Cyndi Lauper.
No.
There was no man in the 80s that were like, oh, I just want to marry Cyndi Lauper. Oh, she's so gorgeous. No, she's not ugly. She was cute, but it's like she was not a sex symbol. Girls Just Want to Have Fun was like an anthem for just saying, but it's like no guys were like, yeah, I'm going to buy her record because she's hot. A
I
lot
thought
of guys.
liked cute little bubbly blondes.
But she was redhead.
Yeah, but she was like
I thought she was blonde.
She was
She's
different.
not red.
She was
Her hair
red hair,
changed.
blue hair, green hair.
Yeah, she did change her hair a lot.
Now, Lita Ford.
Yes.
That's a singer that's like nobody cared if she could sing. You bought it for the album cover. She was a sex symbol. Lita Ford was on my list. She was hot. She had talent, but it's like nobody was looking at that and then going like, but this album with Cyndi Lauper, she's way better looking. She's, so no, she was not a sex symbol.
No, she was not.
She was to somebody though.
Yeah, but not enough to make a top 10 list of the greatest sex symbols of the 80s.
You sure you typed in the right
Yes,
thing?
I did. So,
He just typed in singers of the 80s and she
Yeah.
popped up.
so anyway, that was the ones that kept popping up on the list and stuff like that. So now we're going to go around and talk about some that we adored in the 80s. So, Jan, give us a couple of years.
Well, we mentioned
Yeah,
Richard
this
Gere,
one, yeah.
so I'm going to go ahead and talk about Richard Gere.
Yep.
He was in American Gigolo, An Officer and a Gentleman, The Cotton Club, Internal Affairs, Pretty Woman. The list goes on.
Yeah.
And then he did a lot of stuff in the 90s
Talking
and
about
the 2000s.
talking about Richard Gere, one of the women on my list that I got, Deborah Winger, was in Officer and a Gentleman with him. So that's how I found out who she was, kind of those together, that kind of thing. But yeah, Richard Gere was like this,
It was-
drop dead gorgeous guy that like was a good actor, had the looks, kind of like
Yeah.
Brad Pitt now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He I don't know how old he is right now, but he for an older guy.
Yeah,
to me
he's-
in the 80s,
he's
he was
probably-
an older
he's
person.
matured well.
Late 60s, 70s probably.
Yeah.
He's probably one of them guys that, what's the other guy from Roadhouse that
Oh, God, yeah. I know you're
every
talking about-
woman.
Oh, he is aged so horribly.
Yeah, but in
Sam
the last,
Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
He's only aged like the last 5 years horribly. I know women that still loved him when he was in his 60s and early. Sam Elliott was like, people
70s.
love Sam Elliott. That's a name that we probably should throw in here but
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
like,
he didn't make my list.
yeah, no, but
like he was in the new season of Landman, and I'm like, why? He brought nothing to the show. It was just like, oh, let's put Sam Elliott in here for some reason.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
his voice was.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
he had a
got
great
him. I
voice.
think
Yeah.
that's his big thing is I'd like to have that voice.
See, we're
in
going to
that
hire
shit.
him as the new announcer for the podcast.
We could.
Welcome to the Pixel People Pod.
He talks nothing like
Yeah.
that.
I don't know. So, Richard Gere, I get that, and especially in the 80s, yeah, I get that. And we talked about Swayze. So, what's another one you got on your list?
River Phoenix.
Yeah, he was big. That guy, man, if he'd have lived,
Yeah.
he was talented.
Him in Stand By Me was
Yeah,
really good.
He was like the James Dean of our generation.
You
He
remember
was
that
the-
movie we watched, The Mosquito Coast? He was
Yeah.
also in
Oh,
that
yeah,
one.
he was good in that.
1986.
Wasn't he the real good friends with Keanu Reeves?
Yes.
And Johnny Depp too.
And
Yeah.
Johnny Depp.
Because I know that it hit. I thought that's who Keanu talks about. It hit him hard back then days.
Oh yeah.
He won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Running on Empty in 1988. But I cannot remember that movie, so we need
I
to.
know the
yeah.
song.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think the song. had
Did you have
anything.
Keanu on your list?
Yeah, he wasn't really a sex symbol, was he? Till
Well, he had.
Bill and Ted, but that's the goofy kind of
Yeah,
thing.
but
in the 80s.
I'm just thinking like he's kind of turned that look and started doing
He's
some of that
turned it-
romantic
yeah.
stuff when it was Speed. So I
Yeah.
guess that was 90s.
That was
Yeah.
90s. Yeah, that was 90s when he probably would have made it. But yeah, I get that. And plus, he was talented too. That guy would have won. I think if he'd have lived, he'd have had the career that.
His brother has.
Well,
Joaquin,
but
Tom Cruise.
no, you know what I'm talking about. Young guy dates the young girls.
Most Hollywood actors.
No, it's
You're not
God,
giving
no-
us a lot to work with.
Timothy
what's-
Chalamet.
no. What's The Revenant? All that stuff. What's his
Oh,
name?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if he would have lived, he would have had the career that Leonardo DiCaprio had.
Yeah, definitely.
Leonardo still would have had a career too because he's one of the most talented actors ever lived. But that would have been River Phoenix. He had that talent, and he could pick movies too. So if he just stayed away from the what was the name of that club? I know it any other time, but anyway,
Yeah, I don't remember.
Depp
but-
owned it. Johnny Depp owned part of that club.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the club. We'll put it in the comments later. So Chris, throw us a couple of years out there.
Well, I had. We were just watching the videos, and Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
It
Oh
was-
yeah.
I forgot how back in the 80s how attractive she
yeah.
was. She was like a beautiful lady. Apollonia
Oh yeah.
from Purple
Oh, God,
Rain.
Yeah.
Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prince could pick him.
Yeah. Tawny Katane.
Oh my God, yeah.
Tony's on my list.
You know what? I didn't think about her, and
She's on my list.
Yeah, she was.
She was in. I'm going to say this very controversial take right now.
No, but I agree.
So
I know the movie you were saying. I agree with
she
you.
is in the best Tom Hanks movie
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
Bachelor Party.
Bachelor Party. Yeah.
That's my favorite Tom Hanks. I mean, people like what like I was like, it's just because it was just a stupid comedy back
It's
when
a
I was
slapstick,
young. Yeah,
stupid,
it was funny.
like sex comedy,
Yep.
but it's funny.
But
And
yeah,
she's gorgeous in it.
Yes.
She's like angelic looking in that
yeah,
movie.
she's unreal. And then like sticking with the music theme,
Yeah.
Samantha Fox.
Oh yeah,
She's on my list.
she
Yeah.
was on my list.
She was
and I
definitely
knew,
on
I
my
knew
list.
she was on Jan's list because
She was on her brother's wall.
yeah, her boyfriend's brother's
Oh,
wall.
oh,
But
okay,
it was
sorry.
still, it cracks me up that it was the topless poster of her. That
That's I mean, what's
I don't
that's
know
a
if
good
my mom
poster.
would ever let me hang a poster of her in a bikini on my wall, and then her Jan's
Much less her
brother's
topless.
boyfriend, her topless.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've got a lot more, but like music related. If you think about music and stuff, the like Susanna Hoff from
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's gorgeous to this day.
Yeah, she's still a beautiful lady. So I think that's like when I look at like music related, kind of separated them as my last group. I'm like thinking about musicians that were attractive, like Lita Ford.
Yeah, she
Back
was
in the
on my
day.
list.
You didn't have Madonna on your list?
No, Madonna. I was never attracted to Madonna. I never thought she was a sex. Just in my opinion, just something about her. I guess I wasn't into her music then, so it wasn't a thing for
She
me.
made my female list.
Oh, she's on
my list.
everybody's
Yeah,
list.
she's on my list.
I may be the minority in the world.
The Madonna, I'll go ahead and do my thing on her. Everything that I saw, the description of why Cyndi Lauper was one is why Madonna was one to me. She had this look about her. She's gorgeous and talented, but she was hot. But she always wore these quirky outfits and all that stuff.
That's
and,
what I loved about her.
Yeah.
That's what drew me in.
Yeah,
I wanted to dress like
and she
Madonna.
kept it going for a long
Especially
time.
when-
you could have.
When Greg and I watched Desperately Seeking Susan a little while back, I was like, oh, I so wanted to dress like Madonna from this movie.
Well, you
Yeah.
should do that for Halloween this year.
Yeah.
I could. I didn't realize that Madonna is recognized by Guinness World Records as the best-selling female music artist.
Still?
Yeah, Well,
I mean, I looked this up last week.
No, I mean,
so-
I believe it's with the way
Beyonce
they
be the one I
manipulate
think would knock her.
with the way they manipulate these
Yeah.
charts with everything now. I wouldn't think she would sell because of Beyonce and Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that would be that's eventually be one of those two will knock her
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
But she
But
she
she's-
helps it though. But every couple of years she does tour and put something out and still does pretty
Yeah.
good numbers on it. So
She's a
you know,
freight train for sure
yeah,
when it comes to touring and music.
she's the one I said. You know, my friend Paul earlier episode that he loves Madonna and he had everything of hers except for the sex book, and that's the only thing I wanted to see was her sex book. So I downloaded it in PDF format years later on the internet and looked at it. It's all right. You know?
I remember when she did the video when that came out with Mike Myers
Yeah.
from Wayne's World.
Oh,
They
yeah.
did that and stuff. I remember that. That was funny.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that was a Justify My Love video.
Oh, was it?
They're
Yeah.
spoofing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
When
That's
they were
so
like,
good.
the Garth, check out the unit on that guy.
Yeah.
It still makes me laugh to this day.
That was such good stuff.
Yeah. So, and another one of mine, we already talked about Alita Ford, but I've got one that nobody else probably has on our list, but I know Jan won't. But I had a thing for Lisa Bonet from the Cosby Show in the 80s. I thought she was gorgeous.
In, what movie was she in with Mickey Rourke?
Yeah. It was, I know what you're talking about.
Was
I
that
forget
Wild
the,
Orchid?
So I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she
Oh,
married
that was-
Lenny Kravitz for a long time.
Yeah, that was
So-
and then she was with
I don't have that one
Momoa.
on my.
She was Jason Momoa.
Yeah. But she's still gorgeous. But out of all the Cosby girls, you know, I could say that because I was their same age, and it wasn't like I was. Hey, look at these teenage girls in here.
Yeah.
I was the same age as them people.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jan, got another one on there.
Male or female?
It don't matter.
Okay.
We're not set. We're
Yeah.
go ahead.
There's no rules in this podcast game.
That's right.
Well, I have to talk about Kiefer Sutherland.
I could see that. Yeah, he was the bad boy sort of in the 80s. Out of the
he was so
the Brat
awesome.
Pack and all that stuff, he was like the bad boy. Him and Sheen. Charlie Sheen wasn't actually the bad boy till later on, but yeah.
He was also in Stand By Me. He was
yeah,
in Lost
he
Boys,
was the
Young
bad
Guns,
guy in Stand By Me. Wasn't he?
Flatliners. Have you watched Flatliners?
a long
the
time ago.
1990 movie.
Yeah, a long time ago.
He was in that one.
Did that have Julia Roberts in it?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay, Kiefer Sutherland, talking
Gotcha.
about Flatliners,
Mhm.
which leads us to Julia Roberts because she is also on my female list.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. Julia Roberts never did a thing for me.
She had this big
Really?
mouth.
Yeah,
This big mouth. And
Oh,
that's the thing I
she
remember.
was-
I
from-
don't get Julia Roberts.
You, don't
I
like-
loved
you
her.
didn't remember Pretty Woman?
Pretty Woman.
Yeah, she was. I mean, she's
oh, she
pretty.
was so good in Pretty
But
Woman.
it's not about being pretty. It's about being a sex
I
symbol.
know.
And it's, you know, that's
got-
why I can say that you can be I told Jen one time there's like three levels of looks to me. There's hot, there's pretty, and there's cute. And she wouldn't have been on. She's pretty, but it's like, to make a sex symbol, she's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
So.
I thought she was beautiful. She could act. She had great hair.
Well, she's 90s though, so we won't go too much in her. Did she do anything in the 80s?
Yes, she did.
Probably Mystic Pizza was like her big thing. That was probably late 80s.
Okay. I always assumed she's like a 90s person.
You think about, because I think Pretty Woman came out in the early 90s, right?
1990,
I guess that's
Yeah.
when she got big.
Yeah, but she had done Mystic Pizza, I think, was the one that kind of put her on the map or whatever before that one.
Yeah.
From what I remember. I've never seen Mystic Pizza, but I know the name.
But she's one, if you put a 10 women.
Steel Magnolias is what
Okay.
I love her
Is she-
from.
that from the 80s?
1989.
Yeah,
Okay.
put her like.
Mystic Pizza, 1988.
Yeah.
Put her with like 10 other women from the 80s.
Oh,
that I
yeah,
consider-
she's coming
and I'm
10th.
like,
She's coming in
yeah,
10th.
but I'd be like, yeah, she's the one I married. The other one's,
Yeah.
you know.
What's the game? Kiss, Marry, Kill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us another one, John. I know you got several. So.
Yeah. I have 3 pages.
She has everything printed off. And
have 3
I'm looking
pages.
at it here, and
She's
it's
very
pages
professional.
and pages. It's single spaced.
Yep.
You know,
Have we mentioned Johnny Depp?
No.
we mentioned him a minute ago when we were talking about
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
friends of River Phoenix, but we
Right.
not.
Okay.
But you know what, Johnny Depp, you know what I think about? I think he smells.
Oh, yeah.
He looks dirty.
He
all
looks
the
like he
time.
hasn't showered in 3-4
All
days.
the
Some
time.
girls like that look.
Yeah.
That bad boy look.
Some girls. I mean, but no, that's what I've always thought. He looks like he smells.
I first saw him in A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984. Then he was in Platoon, 1986. 21 Jump Street, the TV series, from 87 to 90. And the rest of the stuff, is
to
after
go back
the
full
80s.
circle from a couple minutes ago, he owned the Viper Room.
Oh, that's right.
Where River
That's right.
Phoenix
Yeah,
died at, yeah.
that's right.
He was great in Edward Scissorhands, but that was 1990.
Oh, he's in
Ed Wood,
Ed
94.
Wood, one of the greatest movies ever. I love that's.
That's
you
a
know.
'90s movie, though, right?
Yeah,
Right.
but
Yeah.
it don't matter. That movie's it's
Yeah.
based on the 50s, set in the 60s. So I love Ed Wood. Yeah, he's still up until he's still women like him, I guess. But I'm with you, Chris. The last 10 years or so, it looks like he don't shower. He very rare. He went from his problem is he decided. I'm so great at acting. I think I'll be a rock star now. And it's like, he's
Yeah.
not that great a guitarist. I've seen him play.
He's
not-
with the Hollywood Vampire.
Yes, and he stands over there and plays rhythm guitar and doesn't do it very well.
Oh,
I watched
Joe's
him
up
one
there.
time and it's like, stop it.
Oh, Joe Perry's up there ripping it up, though.
He steals Keith Richards' like style of playing and look and all like that. And it's like, no, just don't.
But he started looking like he smelled in the Pirates of the Caribbean
Yeah,
movies.
yeah. But he was so good in those
But
movies.
Yeah, those
I'm
are great
talking about-
movies, but
I'm
still.
talking about
movies.
80s and early 90s, John.
Yeah.
That's when he knew what
Yeah.
deodorant was.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, he was. I mean, I'm a guy, but he was a gorgeous man back then. Yeah, he was with talent. Again, like George Michael, he got gifted with the
Yep.
looks of a god, but it's like he also got talent because that
Yep.
guy can act.
Has he ever won an Academy Award?
I don't know, but he should have
Yeah.
because he's deserved it. He'll end up getting one eventually. He'll put out a movie one day that's a good movie, but he'll give a great role in it, but they'll give it to him for that when
Yeah.
he should have got it for some different movies.
Yeah.
So, all right, Chris, you got another one on your list?
Yeah, I've got a couple. I remember when I was a kid, and one year for Christmas, my mom and dad got me Sports Illustrated subscription for the whole year.
Oh, yeah,
right?
so the
And
swimsuit
Sports
issue-
Illustrated- Elle McPherson.
Oh, she was on my
Oh,
list.
Elle McPherson to me, I was like, I think it was the first swimsuit edition I ever got, and it was
Yep.
like, oh my god! And then Kathy Ireland
Kathy
after
Ireland.
that,
Yeah, there was a couple run there. Those
Yeah.
two were like the. Here's a little thing I love about Elle McPherson too. She used to date Norm Macdonald.
nice. She has a good sense of
so
humor.
She had a good sense of humor,
Yeah.
yeah, because that guy was a comedy god.
She's like, I did my list of sex symbols. She's the top of my. That's the first person on my list. Not
Yeah.
that she's my top, but she's the first person
Yeah.
I thought of because I remember getting the Sports
I
Illustrated.
had those
Yeah.
same Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, it was great. And then Kelly LeBrock.
Yeah.
She's
Weird
on my
Science.
list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, unreal. I mean,
Greg had never watched Weird Science.
Yeah. Until we watched
So-
it, but I knew Kelly Brock though.
I wish I could create a Kelly LeBrock. That would
yeah.
be nice.
Yeah.
Did you watch her in The Woman in Red with Gene Wilder?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't remember if I did or not. Another one for me was Phoebe Kate.
Oh, that I guarantee you, back when you rented movies in the '80s, there were so many copies of Fast Times at Ridgemont High that had to be replaced because there was one scene in that movie that was rewound
Yep.
back and forth so many times. Her coming out of that pool,
And then they put it on DVD, so it was a lot easier.
Yeah,
But no, Phoebe Cates, the red bikini.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
still to this day, I mean, like.
And she's gorgeous, too, still.
And then she stepped away.
Yeah.
Married Kevin Kline, stepped away.
Yeah.
And they've been married for probably 30 years.
Yeah, Phoebe Cates, good call on that one.
Yep. And then a movie we talked about earlier, Trading Places, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. She was on my list back in the day.
She's one that I wouldn't put in my pretty thing, but she was hot. But she's not
she
pretty.
was-
She's got a weird face.
She was sexy. To me.
Yeah,
And then
but she was sexy. Yeah,
The movie she did with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, True
True
Lies.
Lies.
True
Yeah,
Lies.
she was
Yes.
God, such a
Yes.
good movie.
That's a great movie. And then another one for me that you may not think, you might put her in a cute category, but for me, Meg Ryan was.
Oh, Meg
I
Ryan.
love
Oh, yeah.
Meg Ryan.
Yes.
Oh gosh, she was for me back in the day.
The Doors. She's so
Yes.
good looking in that.
Was that was 90s, right?
Maybe
It might have been, but it didn't matter
Yeah, she
because
was- yeah.
When
I mean,
Harry Met
when Harry
Sally.
Met Sally,
Yeah,
Yep.
she to me,
she's the cute. She's on my cute thing.
yeah, but to me she was
Pretty
like sexy to me.
Yeah, oh,
She's
yeah,
just
yeah.
I mean, and then like I don't want to go through I could go through my list a couple more. Leah Thompson,
yeah. Oh God, yeah.
yeah,
Back to the Future.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the TV show she had?
I don't know.
She had a huge TV show.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of what it's called. And while Jan looks that up, another one for me was Goldie Hawn.
I have Goldie
Yeah,
Hawn.
Goldie
on my
Hawn.
Goldie
list.
Hawn was so
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus
Wildcats.
she's with Kurt Russell, and
yeah.
he's like a god. Kurt
Yeah.
Russell rules.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Yeah.
those two can do no wrong.
I forgot what I was supposed to be.
you were supposed to look
looking
at Leah Thompson's show.
Hang on. Oh, her show was Caroline in the City. Thanks for looking that up, Jan.
Jan, you were on it, spot
Yes.
on.
Thank
It
you.
was a good job.
I'm gonna throw one out there that everybody's forgot. And this
It
woman
might be on my list.
sold a. This woman was huge, at least in the up to like 85. Catherine Bach, Daisy Duke.
Oh yeah,
Oh, how could we
There's
forget
shorts
her?
named after her.
I know.
I had her
Yeah.
poster on my wall. Of course,
Yeah.
it had the Duke Boys and Flash in it too. But yeah, Catherine Bach, she was like the it girl for.
yeah.
I saw a video of her the other day, and I'm like,
She's-
she's
she's-
still beautiful.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Yeah, she actually was on Young and the Restless, playing a mother on there for a long time. So
The lesser of the soap operas, by the
shut
way.
your mouth.
It is no General Hospital.
Yeah, she was so gorgeous that if you watch the first 4 or 5 episodes of Dukes of Hazzard before it was more of a serious show, and then after about 5-6 episodes, they started realizing let's make it more like jokey. There was a lot of hinting around about kissing cousins and stuff on there from Bo and Luke with her. So they toned that out really fast.
Yeah,
It was a different show the first 4 or 5 episodes.
yeah,
Roscoe was still a competent but dirty cop,
yeah.
Then he became just a goofball, but
Yeah.
it was all good.
But no, yeah, I do. I didn't put her on my list, but I figured you would though.
Yeah, and these weren't on my list, but there was 2 other names that kept popping up over the years. Kept popping up while I was looking this up, and was John Bon Jovi and Mel Gibson were 2 that popped up on 80s.
Mel Gibson was the first ever sexiest man alive in People magazine.
yeah.
So I mean, he in the 80s, 90s, and that whole era until he
Look up,
the
Look
Lethal
crazy.
Weapon, Mad Max movies. He was
look up
really
his
good in
Saturday
those.
Night Live episode he hosted, and look up the skit Tales of Ribaldry, and it is hilarious.
he's
So,
only
yeah.
hosted it one time, right?
Yeah.
You know who else we hadn't talked about that was a big one? Daryl Hannah.
Yeah. Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Splash and
Yes,
all that
Splat-
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah. She never was my favorite, but yeah.
But no,
Yeah, she was Big Six in the 80s, yeah.
Yep.
So Jan, I know you got several more. Let's hear them.
Let's talk about a little TV show called Miami Vice, starring Don Johnson, who
Yeah, he
I
was-
thought
yeah.
was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was a
But
big
also Philip Michael Thomas.
Yeah,
was-
those 2. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I love that show. Is those 2 guys?
Yeah. Did you see, Chris, where they're going to make another Miami Vice movie, but it's going to be set in 85?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I saw the one that had Colin Farrell
Yeah,
and
but
I
they're-
don't remember who else.
They're
was in it,
basically
but-
rebooting it back, and
Really?
the guy that played Elvis and the
Austin Butler.
him and the guy that played Creed, what's his name?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know you're
yeah,
talking about.
Glover. They're
Yeah,
going to
Michael
be
B.
the 2.
Jordan.
Yeah, Michael B.
Yeah.
Jordan.
we
yeah,
were
yeah.
just talking about him earlier.
Yeah, they're going to be. I think that'll be a good one because they're
Yeah.
going to set it back in '85, not try to make it new.
Yeah. And then, did you ever see the remake, the movie The Fall Guy, that had What's the guy, Ryan Gosling, in it? Did you see that?
No.
No.
So it was
I'm writing
out.
that down.
It was out at the theaters a couple years ago. Really good movie. But talking about the Fall Guy on my list, Heather Thomas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah
So
yeah.
she was on my list, and the Fall
She's
Guy.
number one on my list.
Yeah, she
Really?
was.
She is number one on my list.
She was.
Wow.
Yeah.
She was absolutely unreal.
Well, tell
back
us
in the
your
day.
number one thoughts on her.
Just when she was in the Fall Guy,
Yeah.
just the thought of her being a stunt woman and getting out there and doing all that stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
that her being able to do that stuff, even if she wasn't really doing it.
She was doing it. It's for real.
I'm looking at my Fall Guy lunchbox right now.
Nice.
But she was also in BJ and the Bear,
Yeah.
Love Boat,
BJ and the
T.J.
Bear.
Hooker.
Everybody was in Love Boat.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
Yeah.
I just thought she was
Yeah,
awesome.
we have to go back and find Love Boat and start watching that again. That's right.
We're gonna do a pod now covering every episode of Love Boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're going, I'm telling you, when Jan and I started this basement idea, the Pixel Underground, it was about our 80s stuff. But then we realized that, we were teenagers by the mid 80s, so we kind of wrote it back and we were born in 72. 75 to 90 is the year we go through this. So
Yeah.
this podcast, we will talk about some late 70s stuff.
Yeah.
And, the
The
Fall
Love
Guy.
Boat
Yeah.
was like a late 70s, early
Yeah,
80s kind
yeah.
of thing. But yeah, Heather Thomas though, it was just like I've heard some people like maybe say she's like the Temu Heather Locklear,
Yeah.
you know.
But
But
you know what? That ain't a bad thing to be. if you're
no,
just-
no. But Heather Thomas could hold her own with anybody back from the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Got any more, Jan?
Next up, I've got from the movie Lost Boys. I know I've already talked about Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah. I know who you're bringing up next.
Jason Patrick,
Oh,
who's
I thought it was going to be the Fell Dog.
his actual real name is John Anthony Miller III.
What about the Fell Dog, though?
Jason Patrick in Lost Boys, his eyes and that curly hair. Y'all just need to give me some privacy.
We will. We're going to pause the podcast right now. We'll come back.
What did you think about the Fell Dog, though? Come on. You had to have feelings for the Fell Dog.
He was just goofy in that movie.
Oh,
I just thought he's still goofy to this
She's
day.
not as goofy as that kid from 16 Candles.
True.
yeah.
That was the goofiest kid ever.
Yeah.
But also from the Lost Boys, Jamie Gertz.
Jamie Gertz,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
She
She was
was-
so awesome.
Square pegs.
She was
She-
all the way up until, what was the show she did? She did a show like as a knockoff of King of Queens. She was gorgeous in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She was in Twister.
Yeah, Twister.
Still Standing.
Still
is the-
Standing.
is the
That's a
one you're
show.
talking
I
about.
love that
She
show.
was-
Still Standing. Look it up. It's a good show.
Yeah,
She
it
was-
is a good show.
She was in an episode of Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah. 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 And now she's a billionaire.
Oh, yeah.
She was
she's the-
also in Different Strokes as a child.
Yeah.
She's the world's
Richest actor.
richest actress.
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
actor, maybe actor, or actress,
If you
whatever.
look like that, you deserve to be the
Yeah.
richest.
she
she-
owns
she
the
was
Atlanta
beautiful.
Hawks. She's part owner of the Atlanta Hawks basketball team.
Yeah. Give us a few more, Jan, before we.
Okay.
Good.
Why have y'all not talked about Demi Moore?
I forgot about Demi Moore. I'm glad
How
you said
could
that.
you forget about Demi Moore?
I think of her more as the 90s, but she was big. Like she was. Oh God, One Crazy Summer. She was so pretty in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, oddly enough, is a movie that my 14-year-old granddaughter, when she was probably 12, 11, 12, somewhere through there, we had to watch One Crazy Summer over and over.
That's
just-
better than Barney.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I shouldn't say that I think of her as the 90s though, because she was part of that brat pack of those 80s
Yep.
actors and actresses. Yeah.
And why have y'all not talked about Vanna White?
Because you were going to talk about her.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to talk about all the women.
Yeah. I know. Vanna White.
I
yeah.
talked about women here.
Yeah. Yeah. Vanna White. Still doing it too.
Yeah.
Still pretty.
She's an attractive lady still.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, she probably needs to hang it up though.
Yeah. They need it. Yeah.
Another guy, when we were talking about musical talent and stuff, Michael
Luther
Hutchins.
Vandross?
Michael Hutchins.
Oh yeah, he was. I remember he was a big deal back
From
in the day.
NXS.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just had that
Yeah.
look, just
That sold
That
his,
rock
bad
star.
boy
Yeah.
rock star.
his
look.
face. His face sold as many records as his voice did.
Yeah, but I also liked his music, so I didn't buy it just for his face.
Yeah. What about Lemmy?
Lemmy? No, I didn't buy anything.
What about
Lemmy
Freddie
Lemmy.
Mercury?
You really loved Ozzy Osbourne. Was his first chisel good looks, Jan? So, okay.
The only other singer that I have on my list
Yeah.
is Kip Winger.
Oh,
From the
yeah,
80s.
Winger.
Oh,
Yeah.
my ex-wife loved Winger. And whenever we went to go see him here in
Yeah.
Newton, I'm like, he's going to be there. So I ended up buying her a T-shirt, I think,
Really?
for that show. But yeah, he was.
He's still a good-looking guy.
Yeah, he's
He-
super
Oh,
talented.
the
he got
80s Kip Winger.
he got so screwed over by the Metallica video, and they just kind of
Yeah,
bashed him and stuff like that.
And Beavis and Butthead made it
Yeah,
even worse.
it was. But it's just like he's so talented.
Yeah, he's actually a really talented musician. He's classical music and all that stuff he does.
Yep.
So
Yeah, he's super
I think he
talented.
might have did some dancing though. So yeah, he's talented. And again,
I mean, she was only 17 when they started dancing.
when we saw him in Newton the other year, that's the look I would like to have at that age. You know, he's still a good looking guy, but he's rugged and got the
Yeah.
beard and the long
Yeah.
hair. I've got the beard and the long hair. I've just got 100 pounds extra on me, but I'll get there.
You're getting
I
there.
can play bass just like him.
That's
Yeah, you
right.
And I've got
can.
the long hair. Why am I not Kip Winger?
And let's not forget Ponyboy Curtis from The Outsiders, which
Ponyboy.
was C. Thomas Howell.
Yeah.
He just had a look that was
really,
just
though, I
a-
would
So
never
you're just
count him
saying
as-
everybody in that movie
just
was
about
a sex
yeah,
symbol to you?
yeah.
How about Ralph Macchio?
No,
See, I put him
No.
with C. Thomas Howell. I don't get anybody to look at him as a sex symbol, but hey,
I
it's your
just
list.
I
Yeah, you got the list printed out on
Pony
18
boy.
sheets, but you got it.
But I think Red Dawn. I loved him in Outsiders, but
Yeah.
he was also in Red Dawn, and I loved that movie.
Yeah.
But I liked him in it as well.
Chris, you got any throw in here? At the
Yeah,
end, or-
one of the for me, like there was a couple of them that was left was Elizabeth Shue.
Oh
was a
yeah,
bit-
yeah. Oh, Elizabeth Shue, yeah,
Yeah.
Karate Kid, and
Yeah,
everything. Yeah.
And then 80s was Kelly Bundy.
Yo, Christine
Oh, yeah.
Applegate.
Yeah, Christine
Oh, yeah.
Applegate. Yeah.
Yeah, she should have been on my list.
Yeah.
Every guy loved Christine
Yeah.
Applegate.
Yeah. And then that's really, I mean, like we could sit here and just name off people, but that's kind of where that was my list, you know, from what I was thinking about putting this together.
Wasn't there a ginger girl you was talking about one time?
Yeah, we'll talk about that on the Pixel After Dark podcast.
Yeah. Ginger Lynn, yeah, that'll be on our.
Yep, that's on our Pixel.
What about Diane Lane?
That'll be on our Patreon.
Yeah,
y'all
Diane
like
Lane.
Diane
Yeah.
Lane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She was another one though. Was in those movies with the Brat Pack and all those.
Yep. And let's not forget.
Let's not.
I'm going to finish with this one.
Okay, go ahead.
Did y'all ever watch Facts of Life?
I was going to
yeah.
say Tootsie.
Lisa Wetchell.
No, Nancy McKeon.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
Joe?
She was.
Oh,
see,
Joe.
that
I
was my
love
favorite on
her.
there. I just said Lisa Wetchell. Got to figure out who you're gonna say. Joe was always my favorite on that
Joe.
show.
No,
They
Nancy
were-
McKeon was
Yeah,
mine.
it was Blair,
Blair,
Joe,
yeah.
Tootsie, and what was the ugly one's name?
Oh my gosh,
Well, she was the least attractive
Yeah,
one.
yeah, you had to have
Mindy
the-
or whatever.
Mindy, yeah, Mindy.
she's had
That's her
health
real
issues
name, Mindy
recently.
Cohn, ain't it?
Yeah, but no, she's. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
Joe-
sure if I was a teenager and I would have had a chance to go out on a date, I would have because it was Facts of Life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
that whole cast was, and then the girl that played Tootsie, the black girl that played
Yeah,
Tootsie,
yeah,
she's a very attractive lady still to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And Lisa Wetchell has a show on Me TV where
She
she
was on
goes.
Survivor.
Oh, was she?
Yep.
She was on show on BTV where she goes into people's, like, she could come into the Pixel Underground and go through your collectibles with you, and
Yeah.
she does a 30-minute show on that.
Oh, we'll have to look that up. Yeah. Yeah, she almost won a season of Survivor. So
Lisa, you're invited.
yeah.
Yeah, we're
But
putting it
your
out there.
invitation.
But I will say you're right, Joe. She was the one. Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
take
always-
the good,
the
you take the
darker hair,
bad, you
yeah.
take them both, and there you have.
Yeah. That's a good show.
Yeah, it was a great show. Yeah, back in the day.
So
And there was a TV show, real quick. Do you remember the TV show called Too Close for Comfort?
oh,
Yes.
both those girls. were
Oh,
gorgeous.
gosh. I don't remember their names,
I
but that
almost
show.
threw them in before this, and I was like, I'm not going to look up their names, but yeah, I watched Too Close for those two,
Yes.
and the hilarious comedy of Jim J. Bullock.
Yeah, he was so funny. In
That was a great
It wasn't Ted Knight. He drew
Ted
like
Knight, yeah, he was a-
cartoons
he
with
was
a
a
puppet.
cartoonist,
He
yeah.
had he had a cow puppet or something drawing the cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved that show when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was good. I
Yeah.
watched a couple episodes. It's on one of the streaming things. Did I watch it with you, or did I just watch it by myself? Might have
Must have
watched
been
it,
one of your other
and it's
girlfriends.
still funny. It still holds up. It's good. It's worth rewatching.
Ted Knight was always
Yeah.
money.
Caddyshack. We're going to do the episode on that. It'll be a lot.
What a great, what a
Spalding.
great movie. Great movie.
You'll get nothing and like it. So, yeah. So
Hey, you
well,
were something before electricity. Hey.
I guess that'll wrap it up on this one. You know, this was an idea we had, and that I'm glad we talked about it because my wife's in a lot of good looking '80s women. I'm glad to know that. Yeah, it was a good episode. Leave us some comments on who your favorite ones were. I don't know. I'm sure we left a lot of them off. I'm glad you threw Christina Applegate in there at the end, Chris, because
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah.
You got to close with the money. You got to close with the.
Yep. Tell Ginger Lynn that.
I will. When I talk to her later today, I will.
All right. So
We should get her on our
All right.
podcast.
And
Yeah.
now we're going to go, and each of us is going to have some alone time.
Yep. So until then, Chris,
I don't have anything to say.
this would be a great one after that talk to throw in a Lone Duck Dawn. But okay.
Oh, yeah, we could have done that.
Yeah, but
so
we didn't,
look,
so-
we can re-record it, and I can try to
Yeah.
start over. Let's do it again.
Yeah. All right, Jan.
Shine on.
The Pixel People Pod. Zap, 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 it's on. Rewind the future fraud. The Pixel People Pod.
Thank you for coming to our podcast.